Hello, everyone. You've done it the last 2 times.
Okay, fine, you do it.
Welcome to Monster Mates, everyone. Episode 6 here. Spencer, choose a number.
Alright, 37.
37. Beholder Girls.
What the fuck is a beholder girl?
You haven't played D&D long enough.
Wait, is that the floating head thing?
The floating head with the million eyes, yes.
Wait, how could that be a girl?
Hold on, I'll find it.
Oh no!
Picture. Hold on, what did they call it in the Monster Girl Wicca? A gazer. Okay, hold on.
That's the thing? Where'd you get a beholder girl?
I found it in the Monster Girl Wikipedia list.
Okay, sure. Alright.
Here's the picture.
Oh! Oh, okay then!
Yeah, this is gonna be one heck of an episode.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I will get the artist to do something similar to this as terrifying.
Okay, cool.
Because holy shit!
This is going to be an interesting episode. Okay, so before we even go into this, what are we ranking it?
I don't even know, man.
Whatever you're feeling here, dude.
I'm gonna give it like a 4.
Okay.
What are you giving it?
I think I'm gonna give it a 3. Because as much as I like the spooky gothic aesthetic, I think a lot of things can go wrong here.
This terrifies me. If this girl came in a brawl, I'd be like, holy shit, I walked in the wrong shop.
Okay, so I'm gonna say this right off the bat. These girls have a hypnotism fetish. These girls straight up have a hypnotism fetish.
I don't trust it.
Okay, so this can go either way for people depending if they're into hypnotism. So for you, this is a negative.
I don't want to be the one hypnotized.
Okay.
I want them to be the one hypnotized.
Okay, well, unfortunately, it's not exactly going to work that way for this one. For me, I'm fine with being hypnotized by the gazer.
Like,
girl,
okay, so
beholder
am
girl.
I aware what's happening while I'm hypnotized?
No.
Then no, I have no
Okay.
interest because I've seen both ways. I've seen 2 ways of hypnotism. One, the girl is hypnotized and does whatever the person says, and but they're still awake inside, and they're like, "Why am I doing this?" That kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
If that's the thing, I'm okay with it.
I think it would have to be. They would specifically have to say, "And you will be conscious while all this is going on." So it would all in a brothel setting. It would all depend on your specification.
Why would you even go to a brothel to be hypnotized so you don't remember anything? What's the point? You're gonna wake up with your asshole sore from this girl tomorrow.
Some people are into that, my man.
Just the unknowing factor of what happened.
I'm fine with either or personally, but if I had gun to my head, had to choose, I would prefer to be conscious while it's all going on.
So
and just...
for the sake of it, right?
Yes.
For the sake of the conversation, let's just say you are conscious while you are hypnotized and you can see and understand what's happening to you, but you have no control.
Okay, that is fine.
Are these girls dominant or subdominant?
They are hardcore dominant.
Oh, fuck, they are. They got sharp teeth. That's a plus in my book.
Yeah, they sure do.
They can bite into me, which I like.
Yes. Okay, so I feel like we have to... Okay, so hardcore dominant, I feel like that can be super interesting. I like that dynamic a lot. That this very... for lack of better terms, a very high-ranking monster girl, like, power-wise, is just...
So it's like a power trip to be dominated by this girl.
Yes.
Okay. I can see that, and I can understand that. And I love the aesthetic. She, like, for the viewer who didn't look at the thumbnail, or doesn't look at the thing, the picture we are looking at is of a kind of medium-sized girl with a that's floating with giant hair, black hair in the background, with a bunch of tentacles with eyeballs at the end of it.
Yep. It's a beholder, but in black ooze girl form. Not even complete black ooze, just like some of the black ooze is just covering up her bits, of essentially. Okay. So I want to give this hypothesis to you, and I kind of want to see how we back and forth on this
Okay,
one.
okay.
So, with the amount of extra eyes, would that correlate to their breast size? Or how old they are?
I'm gonna say how old they are.
Okay.
So bigger the eyes, the older they are.
Okay. What about the multitude of eyes?
I would say the multitude of eyes is set.
Okay.
So like everyone has the same amount of tentacles. It's whether or not how big they are is up to the
Okay.
age.
Okay.
So like a girl who's like 18 would have like smaller eyes than like a girl who's like 35.
Yes. Okay. So, how much are you into tentacles?
Oh fuck. Okay.
Specifically, how much are you into tentacles being used on you?
Okay. Not very,
Uh-huh.
but if I was feeling adventurous, I'd give it a shot.
Okay.
But as me right now, mind, soul, and body of this podcast, I cannot say I would go into this place willingly.
Okay. I feel like I would go into this place willingly once just to see,
Okay,
just to find out.
that's fair. And it's just here's the thing, Trevor. That's a
Uh-huh.
lot of eyes.
Yeah.
How sensitive are those eyes?
Um okay, so I'm going to say that they can close the tentacle eyes.
Okay.
I'm going to say they can close the tentacle
Now
eyes.
what if they stick it in your ass and open it up again?
I do not know. I haven't experimented that much in my kinks and all that, so I couldn't tell you for
Yeah.
certain how I would feel.
It's just I don't know what this bitch is gonna make me do. If hypnotism is a mandatory feature, is it a mandatory? I think you said it was mandatory.
It would be effectively mandatory for the
Okay,
most part.
so I'm just scared on what this girl would do. I think I would have to like know her and trust her because if I just got a random beholder girl, I'd just be like, no, no, thank you, ma'am.
You see, here's one thing I'm like, yes, gimme.
Uh huh.
Dude, I would get a tentacle job.
Yeah, well, okay, that's a given though. That's like the
Yeah,
same as like a
fair,
girl with a
fair.
long tongue wrapping
Yeah,
around your dick. You know, it's the same. It's the tail thing again.
yeah.
Which
I mean, plus with that many tentacles, like play with your balls, kind of. If you're into having your nipples messed with, well, there you go, kind of
now
thing.
can I'm just okay. Let's think about positives
Okay, yes,
because we've been on this one a lot just because of the fact that it is a terrifying monster. But let's talk about
correct.
the positive. The positives are she has a lot of options on what she can do to you.
Yes,
She
100%.
if you are into hypnotism, you will go back here many, many times.
Mm-hmm.
So I think this is like more of a female shop, and like a kind of like also a buy shop as well.
Yeah, for sure.
Um, I feel like for a guy, a straight guy, there isn't much here. Now that's
It's
okay.
super limited.
That's super limited, but for the people who are really, really into it, you're gonna have a fucking field day.
Yes.
Now if you walk into this place and say, "I want the biggest you got," what are you gonna get?
You're gonna get a girl with probably either gigantic eyes or with like the largest amount of eyes,
Now, are
like
they
the pure
sticky,
number.
slimy? Like
The
you mentioned you were just talking about you were saying how or the biggest, and I just thought to myself when I was looking at her tits, I'm like, wait a minute, how slimy are these girls?
I would say they're they're a little slimy, not entirely slimy, but at least on skin level they are a bit slimy, but
And I'm okay with that.
not completely like not like a slime growing where you can go completely through them, but they do have a bit of a solid mass to them.
Okay, I'm okay with that then.
Yes, as am I, and plus that would be a huge plus for me, honestly.
It would be a huge plus for me as well, but it's just I I think I do have some bi tendencies on certain things,
Yeah.
but I also don't. But I'm not fully like stick it up my ass, right? You know,
Yeah, I getcha. I getcha.
and especially this is like starting a beginner into. By the way, here's a here's a
Oh,
tentacle. Oh God, no!
here's electric shock nipples for this beginner BDSM person.
Exactly, exactly. Like here's the car battery. Let's go.
Oh.
Ah! It's you don't start them out with this.
Yeah, for sure.
Um,
Um,
I don't think this is for me, but I can honestly say, okay, I'm gonna rate this differently.
okay.
I think we're gonna keep talking about it, but I think I'm set with my number.
Okay.
I
Uh,
think personally, I'm gonna stick with a 4. I think you can have some fun with it if you're into the hypnotism, if you like knowing what they're doing to you while you can't control it, or you
mm-hmm.
don't even know what they did to you. How about this? I have an idea.
Yeah.
What if they recorded it and then afterwards
Oh,
you got it if you didn't know what they did to you? You could watch what they did to you.
I would say in a brothel setting you would have to pay at least a little bit extra, but yes, that would be an option.
That would be. I think that'd be kind of cool though
That
if you
would be
didn't,
really cool.
because I don't like the idea of them of me not knowing what they did.
Mm-hmm.
I like the idea of at least knowing. So if I can at least watch a video of me getting used like that, I'd be like, yeah,
Yeah.
okay, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, yeah. That works.
I also like the idea of them lifting me up with the because those things look strong,
They are, yeah, I would imagine they are strong.
and she can float too, so it's air sex again.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so
I think I'm gonna go with like a okay. Me personally, it's like a 4.5, 5. I went up
okay.
on my number a little bit because I think there
So
are some aspects I like, but there are also a
mm-hmm.
lot I just like I can't.
Yeah.
But I can see
Um
for someone else this being like a 9. I can
yeah.
get it. I get it. I'm just saying it's not for me.
Okay. Okay. So there's one thing I kind of want to touch on a little bit
Okay.
is that I don't know. Okay, what did we? Uh, no, we did talk about that already. Never mind.
What?
I was gonna say how dominant are these, but we said very
They are
dominant.
very dominant. I would
Yeah.
imagine these girls literally saying, "You are my toy" for the
Yes.
next hour.
Mm. Okay. But even though they're dominant, would they enjoy softer sex or rough sex?
I
What?
think here 1 second.
Okay. We will cut out here depending on how long he is gone.
Hey, sorry about that. We'll edit that in.
Yes.
You can edit that later.
Yeah, but I already did a audio cue for me in the future.
Okay, and starting back up now. Okay,
Okay, so
so we're back. Sorry.
yes,
Basically, what was I talking about?
we were talking about if they would enjoy soft sex or
Oh,
rough
oh
sex.
yeah, yeah. Okay. I feel like it's dependent on what you. If you go into a brothel setting, it depends on what you ask for. Because
Yes.
I feel like if you go into it asking for hypnotism sex, and then you say, "Hold on, I don't want super hardcore. I want soft, fun with hypnotism
Yes.
and tentacles and
Mm-hmm.
eyeballs."
Okay,
then
so
this girl is for you.
it's more dependent on it. This kind of like brothel would be have a very big like variety menu on what you want.
Yeah, I can see that. And like, dude, can you? Would there be colors?
Yeah, the beholders come in all sorts of colors.
Oh, that'd be kind of cute too. Like you
Yeah.
get like you can do multiple colors. Oh, that's kind of cute.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Um, I think I think I'll just stick with a 5. I think this is a
Okay.
solid 5 for me because it's just not for me. But I can totally understand if someone being like, no, it's my shit.
Mm-hmm. I think I will give this a 4. Uh, because it's like, yeah, I'm into the hypnotism kink, and it's like just a lot of the different varieties would be interesting, but I wouldn't see myself coming as a regular customer. More of like, okay, I am in the mood for this, and I want this specifically.
Yes, and
So,
you will get everything you want fulfilled from that.
yes.
And so I think, but naturally, like out in the like if you just saw one of these girls and you're like, hey girl, let's go, and she just hypnotized you on the spot, she will destroy your asshole.
Yes.
I think the safest for our viewers is to go to a brothel and ask for
Yes. But
this thing's terrifying, man.
yes. Okay. I think we've run out of
I
material
don't
we
think you
can
rated
cover
this
for a
one yet.
beholder girl.
You gotta rate this, dude.
Yeah, okay. So, all in all, I would say a 4. I'd come here only when I'm like only when I need to get some of my bi tendencies out and if I want to be hypnotized as well.
Yes.
So,
I
okay.
and I
So,
think that's about it on that one. So please
yeah,
tell us in the comments why our tastes are trash and why we should totally like the eyeball fucking.
please never say that again.
She
I
fucks you
know
with
we'll
the
have to say it
eyeballs.
for the Cyclops girls, but please never say that
Well,
again.
they don't. The Cyclops girls don't actually fuck you with the eyeball. This
I
one actually
know.
fucks you with her
I
eyes.
know, but either way, tell us if you would have sex with a beholder girl or not.
What
And if
color
you
would you like?
exactly. So until then, stay tuned for the next episode.
Later.